tonight it's time to start the show. And then tonight, what are we discussing? Let's go there. Yeah, so the good news is that I have live here Barrister Monday Ubani to discuss with me President Muhammadu Buhari's achievements and of course 2019 and the Igbos. I'm sorry, there's a missing S in the spelling of Igbos there. Well, but what I mean actually is that Barrister Monday Ubani, let me begin by introducing my guest, is Barrister Monday Ubani is a human rights and constitutional lawyer, one of those who supported, like several other people who were very optimistic about, you know, a new person coming into position of authority in Nigeria in 2014 into 2015. While many people began to already withdraw their support 2 years after President Muhammadu Buhari came on board, I mean, many people who supported President Muhammadu Buhari began to withdraw their support from 2017 maximum. You know, a lot of people who supported President Muhammadu Buhari to win election in 2015 already began to withdraw their support in 2016 and 17 because they were disappointed, according to most of them who began to withdraw their support. But Barrister Monday Ubani continued still to say no. He still believed in the integrity of this man because according to what he witnessed in according to what he witnessed in the 1970s and the 1980s during the military era, he still believed in the integrity of the man Buhari, General Muhammadu Buhari. But given recent, developments, however, Barrister Monday Ubani is beginning to have other opinions about President Muhammadu Buhari, and recently, especially, he came at loggerheads with presidency again when the presidency said that the national interests of Nigeria will have to override, rule of law, and that is where another issue came up. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have live with me tonight Barrister Monday Onyekachi Ubani to tell us what his opinion is as we speak right now. It is possible that Barrister Monday Ubani still believes in the integrity, or whether he still doesn't believe so. Barrister, you're welcome on the show, and I want to welcome you.
Yeah, Segun, thank you very much. It's my pleasure to join you tonight on the live program.
Yes, thank you. Welcome, Barrister. And as I speak with you right now, we have people online, and a lot of people are waiting to hear what you have to say. I want to begin on the note that I recall that recently when I had an interview with you in your office in Ikeja, you said that you support the Igbo presidency, but that for the Igbos to emerge president in 2023, they would need to support President Muhammadu Buhari in 2019. Is that still your opinion as we speak right now?
As I speak to you, for a few minutes now you were speaking, I was not getting what you were saying anymore. There was a break in transmission, so I wanted to repeat that question.
Yes, let me repeat it. I said that the last time I interviewed you at your office in Ikeja, you said that for the Igbos to realize their own turn of presidency, whether according to zoning structure or whatever, they would first of all need to support President Buhari's 2019 second-term ambition so that they can also get support to become president in 2023. And the question is, are you still holding the same opinion as we speak now, or has it changed?
Well, I think I must try as much as possible to be a realist. At the same time, I try as much as possible to be very objective. At the time you interviewed me, what I said is that the president is going to complete his tenure. And then I know that virtually everyone that has 8 years want to take the maximum 8 years as a president. And the best thing for those who are in APC to do for Igbos is to actually support the presidency of Muhammad Buhari for the next 4 years, so that the turn of the Igbos will become clearer even in 2023. That was a particular statement I made at that time. But I don't think I'm going to hold tenaciously to that view anymore. In the light of some of the recent developments in our polity concerning the governance of Nigeria by the present late government of APC, that President Buhari himself is superintending, I am not too happy with the recent turn of events, especially in the economic management of Nigeria, and then the issue of some of the promises they made, which up to now, I'm yet to see a realistic fulfillment of some of them. One has to do with the security situation. The other has to do with the issue of fight against corruption. And I don't think I will be able to, in a position to actually score them now positively on those promises they made, on those areas that will actually make me to support the event of President Muhammad Buhari for another 4 years, you know, in the light of not fulfilling all the promises that they made in 2015.
Okay, Barrister, thank you. But let's move on now, Barrister. As it stands right now, are you simply saying, by way of LCM, I mean lowest common multiple or summary, that you no longer support Igbos? You no longer want to advise the Igbo people or your Igbo brothers to support President Muhammadu Buhari for 2019, but that they should rather do something else? And if that is what you're saying, what are you advising them to do now? To support who exactly this time?
Yet, the Igbos, I think Nigeria should acquire the priority list for me as a patriot. I want a country that I should be proud of. I want a country that is well run. I want the management of our economic system to be done in such a way that people, no matter where you come from, should have a job. I should, have an accommodation. I should be able to eat 3 square meals a day, and then have the light, our electricity function, have our infrastructure, basic infrastructure taken care of. I'm talking about things like roads, things like our railway system taken care of. I want to drive from here to east without having a bus spot, or go by train to east, with the day, and probably the next day come back to Lagos. So these are issues that I should occupy the mind of any patriot, and not really whether it is an Igbo man that will occupy that position in 2023. Whether it's an Igbo man that will do it, whether it's an Hausa man that will do it, or a Yoruba man that will do it, it does not in any way matter. What we'll be asking for is a leader that will actually do certain things that will make this country to be one of the best countries in the world. One, we need to restructure Nigeria. So whoever is going to come that does not make that promise for 2019 should not be listened to, should not even be attended to by Nigeria. That one is the basic requirement, the minimum requirement for you to look towards your direction. As we begin to gel for 2019 election, is that one of the promises the person must make is that he's going to restructure this country, or he or she is going to restructure Nigeria. That is the basic minimum requirement. And then, not only promising those things, but ensuring that those things will be fulfilled the moment the person is into power. And then taking care of basic infrastructures, making sure that Nigerians live in a country where they should be proud of. Today, we have overtaken India in terms of poverty level. Today, a lot of people are out of job. Those who are in job, out of job. Those who have graduated from universities have not gotten job. And things are not moving in the direction that some of us anticipated. Well, we are campaigning vigorously for this particular government. And they have actually indicated there is no change. It's the same old system. It's a way of doing things with impunity. It is the same, bribery and corruption all over in the civil service. Almost all the agencies. There is no particular agency today you can really say, look, this new change have actually affected that they're doing things differently. So it's the same system, getting, people defecting, coming back again to APC, the old people that have taken this economy of Nigeria, the Dodrum, are coming back to APC and accepting them and others. So there is no difference. I've not seen any difference whatsoever in terms of quality of governance, in terms of even character, in terms of even reputation, in terms of doing things differently, in terms of the changes they promise. I have not seen anything, and I'm being objective about it. I'm being very, very objective about these things. If I have seen things change from the way they were, and for things to criticize against the previous government, I will be in a position to say, yes, and things have changed. There may be some level of the things that have achieved in terms of agriculture. Today we can talk about rice, that we are producing rice in large quantity. That to me is a plus for them. But there are many things I had anticipated the government to have done differently from the previous way of.
Hello, Barrister. I guess you disconnected by network, but if you're able to reconnect, let's continue, please. Meanwhile, everybody, please keep your questions coming for Barrister Monday Ubani, and let me repeat his portfolio. Barrister is back, but before I let him continue to speak, Barrister Monday Ubani is one of the ardent supporters, or let me put it this way, used to be one of the ardent supporters of President Muhammadu Buhari, but at some point he began to lose faith in this administration, and he began to say, no, this is not what I expected. Barrister Monday Ubani is live. Keep your questions coming in. He's one of those that believe that President Muhammadu Buhari has integrity and would fix things and make Nigeria great again, but somehow something happened and is no longer believing so. He's now singing another song. Barrister Monday Ubani is known to be somebody who is very straight-headed and objective. Like many other Nigerians, he also believed in President Muhammadu Buhari to come in and change the situation of the country. But while others were pulling out early enough to say, no, this is not what they bargained for, Barrister Ubani stayed put until he was the last man standing for President Buhari. But now, he has also somehow pulled out to say, no, I believed all along, but now I see that this is not what we all believed in. So please keep your questions coming. Barrister Monday Ubani is live and ready to answer all of them. Barrister, you're welcome back. Are you there, sir? Hello, Barrister. Hello. Well, let's hope that the network on this side permits him to come again, and then we'll continue. But while we're waiting for him to reconnect, let me begin to bring your questions. Tribal politics is why we are not growing. We should be talking about supporting competence, not tribe. And that's exactly what we're discussing tonight. In case you're not getting it yet, we're talking about somebody who used to support President Muhammadu Buhari, but who believes that the presidency has derailed and is saying something different already. And we want to hear why he no longer believes in President Muhammadu Buhari. And that's why we have him live tonight. Okay? Nothing like tribe, please. If we can see someone like Showore in any tribe, let's support and vote for the right person. William, welcome on the show. We are waiting for Barrister to connect again. Barrister, if you're live, please say something so that I can hear you, that you're live again. I mean, that you're online again. Did anyone watch Brekete Family Program today? Yes, a lot of us did. What the Chief of Army Staff. Okay, Barrister is back. Barrister,
so I don't know whether you're still hearing me.
Barrister, we are still here, and we can hear you.
I'm back online. Okay. I can't see you and I can't hear you.
I can hear you even though I cannot see you. I can still see you, but the image is still. It's not moving like as if it's a video anymore. It's looking like we just have. Okay, I can see you moving now. Yes.
Okay. You were hearing me before, is it?
Yes, I still hear you now. Yes.
Okay, I'm using it. I think it's going to be better now.
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead, sir. So let me ask you a question so that you continue, sir. At what point exactly did you start losing faith in this? Because it appears like you were the last person among everybody who supported President Muhammadu Buhari in 2015 to come to power. You were the last man that was still standing, so to say, in public, in the public in the eye of the public. Let me put it like that. You were the last man who was still supporting. At what point did you finally lose faith in this administration?
Well, I believe so much in Nigeria, and I was not in the to leave the government, and I feel that let me give.
Barrister, I think we can no longer hear you, but let me try do something. Let me try doing something here. Okay, let's do this. While I try bring Barrister back in, let me give you a short comic video. Let me try use short comic video to try bring Barrister back in. I want to try something to see if you can get in. Okay, Barrister, you're back.
I have to examine, like the promises they made on those areas I mentioned.
We can't hear Barrister again, and I think at this point I'll just continue. Let me play this short comic video, and then I'll try to do something to get Barrister back in. Okay.
I need to know what is packaging for me. Since when we met, there is a stage we are, so I need to know the packaging. Which packaging did again? The normal packaging everybody got it. Normal packaging, but nowadays girls, well, they don't go truthful to any man now. So what is your answer now? Will you sample her or not? I will sample her. If my girl we don't shop my money, when I not say the fish are not bright, I better sample her. So even though I marry him at the end, I know say again at two ends. But if I not sample him and you go marry another person, you know say I lose finish. So that's why it better my your one. And that's my your one. Maka why? Why need to sample her? She Nigeria. She move my phone on guy, my deacon guy. So she never collect money from me until marriage. I never give her money. I wasn't there. I don't go lie you, I go leave her more. I go to go person, I don't go lie. No, I have to test her before marriage for me to be assured she's hard working in that aspect, I don't know. I need to do that before marriage. That's just a normal procedure in Nigeria, For you to be a Nigerian citizen, it's like a normal thing for you to sample your girl before that. I don't make that decision now. Go and get married. You must sample her? Yeah, I should. You wicked, my wife. But I need to know what I want to marry. So I need to know her before I can marry her. Okay, one more question. You know the part of the body now? Yes. Oh yeah, yeah. Can you show me your chin? My chin. I'm not sure. I don't know. So you know the part of the body now? So you know where your chin is? Can you touch your chin? Yeah, that's what it is. Nice, man. No, I can't see that. Where? Yeah, no, this is your chin.
All right, everybody. Barrister is back, and we'll just rely on the audio. It seems the network is not allowing us to have his video stream fully, but Barrister is back. Barrister, are you there, sir?
I'm here live.
Okay, good. So the question I asked last before the network disconnected was, at what point exactly did you finally lose faith in this administration?
Yeah, as I said, thinking that the network was okay, people were hearing me. I was not in a hurry actually to forsake this government that I contributed enough energy in order to bring into power. I was giving them the opportunity for them to actually exhaust all the promises they made to Nigerians. And I also was examining the areas they made promises, in order to actually mark them whether positive or negative. Now, I got so close and I discovered that there is some problems with within the government. One, they were not united in the first place. There were issues between the executive and the executive arm of government that was not actually allowing for cohesion. That was not allowing for unity of purpose to actually address some of those promises they made to Nigeria. So it's like they were not even prepared for governance, and it became obvious in the act of coordination in running the Nigerian governance. So there was no coordination. And I also got so close to discover that even the promises they made to Nigerians on the issue of security, the herdsmen issue was not being tackled headlong by the government, especially by the executive. I saw some level of acts that do not in any way portray patriotism, that they want to sort out these issues. I mean, the killings that were going on in Benue, on all the north central parts of, and even in the eastern parts. And then the government is not decisive, as they were decisive with the Biafran agitation, which they felt that those IPOB, were a terrorist group. And then we now saw a group that were killing people, group of people that were, murdering people all over the place. And the same government now was advising us to accommodate them. And then I saw some level of hypocrisy in that regard, and I felt that this is not actually the government that I supported, because I had wanted a government that would be pro-Nigeria, that would solve every person's problem, and not taking a side, in terms of governance. That with regards to security. Taking security all over the place, and it's not being tackled headlong the way I had anticipated that this government will actually behave when they come in. Now, with regards to corruption, I also discovered that they have only understanding of fighting corruption by arresting political opponents only. And that cannot be the act of fighting corruption. I feel that in fighting corruption, we must discourage people who may want to engage in act of corruption by laying down a solid structure, because we know what corruption has done to this country. So in actually dissuading people from committing acts of corruption, we must punish those who have been involved in it. We must also now lay a solid structure where in every heart is written that act of corruption cannot be accepted anywhere, in any ministry, in any agency, in any government offices. But what I'm seeing is that nothing has actually changed. People still do the same thing they do with police. Even worse, people still do the same thing they do with all the government agencies in the ministries. You still have to bribe in order to push your file. So what has changed? So where are we fighting the corruption? And we have discovered that it's also not holistic. There are people internally that have been accused of corrupt practices, and you're not getting them arrested, you're not kicking them out, you're not sending a strong message that you cannot in any way tolerate acts of corruption, whether it is within or without. So I don't see them being scored positively in that regard, which is also the promise they made when they were coming. So I don't consider acts of corruption only in arresting people you think are corrupt, and then in a one-sided manner. And then when there are accusations against your own people in acts of corruption, you don't arrest them, you don't in any way, react in such a manner that will send a strong message that you don't in any way tolerate corruption. So I see it as something that is politically done, to favor, those who are in governance. And I felt, I can't in any way be associated with such a government that does things in a one-sided. On the issue of governance generally, the economic situation is going worse. I mean, I'm talking about a country that so many people are out of job, and then we cannot in any way even point out, at anything we have done by attracting foreign investors who have come in to establish factories, who have come in to establish companies where Nigerians can find jobs. There are many graduates who are still unemployed. Those who are even in employment are losing employment. Companies are shedding their weight and removing people from employment, and we have not seen any act of governance, that shows, a concern for the welfare of Nigerians. The fuel subsidy, you say you have removed, but you are still paying subsidy. You are not making any effort even to build new refineries. I found that out also by my assessment, by my closeness to the government, that they're now interested in building any refinery. They are not interested even in tackling the issue of subsidy, which comes as a result of the fact that government is still importing fuel, and there is no intention on issue of building refinery to take care of that importation and all that. So many things that I see as unfulfilled promises. I don't even see on the energy sector what they are doing to lay a solid structure in tackling the issue of power. I'm talking about light, because light is key for us to actually sustain Nigeria's economy. We need to tackle the power issue and tackle it in a holistic manner by making sure that we have all the new structures in place that will make this power to be more permanent and all that. So it's all promises and nothing concrete is being done. And it's not even an issue of roads. They make promises, they make mouths that they are doing these roads, and you go over those roads, nothing is actually going on. The roads are still bad. Look at the Badan Lagos road that this government have actually promised that within a short time it should be tackled. We're still encountering hold of. If you are going to any of the places outside Lagos through Ibadan, you spend 2 or 3 hours in order to get out of Lagos and all that. So I don't see this thing being done. In the East, they made I went to East recently, past Umaya Ilugu Road, that I have seen on Facebook, posted by my friend Igbo, that those roads have been tackled and all that. And I see several bad spots that are not attended to. It took me so much time for me to go, travel from Enugu to Umaya. And I saw, the hypocrisy and propaganda that is going on. Even with the so-called 69 roads, they say they're doing in the East and Second Niger Bridge. It's all propaganda. I discover lies, and I'm wondering, what did we change? We changed lies. We were supposed to change lies. We are supposed to change propaganda. We're supposed to change, impunity. And I'm saying all those things, presently in this government and all that. So at that point, I felt, well, I cannot continue, to begin to swallow lies, when I have discovered that what they're doing is different from what we have actually anticipated from this government. So at that point, and I felt that, look, it's high time we begin to look towards another direction.
Barrister, thank you so much for that comment. There are so many questions already coming. We have over 100 people watching live. And let me quickly read some of the comments that are exactly directed at trying to elicit response from you. While most of them are saying welcome Barrister and greeting you, some are asking questions. Somebody is asking, for instance, but before I even begin to read the comments or the questions directed at you from the live chat, I want to ask you personally, because before I switch finally to the live comments, there was a time many of your Igbo brethren were attacking you on tribal notes that you didn't support the Biafra struggle, and you were supporting President Muhammadu Buhari for sending whatever the crocodile smile, or what was it called at that time, that was sent at the IPOB members who were agitating for Python dance. God bless you. So now that you are now withdrawing your support from President Muhammadu Buhari, or maybe that is not it, maybe you are not withdrawing yet, but now that you are criticizing President Muhammadu Buhari headlong, what is your relationship now with your Igbo people, and what do you advise them to do? Are you going to join forces with them now to see how they can work together to achieve, another person and no longer the person you used to support?
No, Segun, maybe you misunderstand me. Actually, I am an Igbo person. I'm a Nigerian, and I love where I come from, and I'm a pure Igbo person. And I believe also in a united Nigeria. I also felt that if a particular tribe is marginalized, they have a way of expressing that, and they can also do that in such a manner that is constitutional, and then get what they want. The Igbos are very hardworking. The Igbos are all over the country, all over the world. And I felt that if we want to probably declare state of Biafra, there are procedures, and we must follow those procedures, that will make us look intelligent. That we should not follow it in such a manner that does not show intelligence whatsoever. I think, and what I was saying at that point, if we really want a Biafran state, we have members of the House who are representing us at the federal level. We have the governors, we have all of the government officials that are all over who are of Igbo origin. That we must get them to agree to that, and so that when we pursue it as a concerted effort, not in a manner that shows that I think we are not intelligent, we don't have intelligent people. The manner that Mazi Kanu and my brother was pursuing it was showing as if we don't have intelligent men. And of course, look at how the whole thing has ended. It has ended in such a fiasco. And I thought that it should have been something that should have been more strategic. If you look at what interview I've granted to you, my brother, look at my saying. identify wholly with the cause of, the cry for marginalization and for a redress. But in going for a redress, there are procedures, there are strategic means of achieving that, and not the way they were going about it. That is what I'm against. And I'm saying that, having realized that that is not a proper procedure, and I am still with Igbos. I am still an Igbo man, 100%. But I believe that this country can be made better if we will put the right kind of leadership that must appreciate every person in this country, that must appreciate every tribe in this country, that must regard Nigeria as one, that must be a father figure that will take everyone and develop Nigeria the way it's supposed to be developed. So that's the way it's supposed to be. But I'm saying today a country that is being run on a tribal line, where a man comes in and it's only his own people he wants to favor, it's only his own people he wants to appoint into government. I don't see that as, a good sign of, patriotism and leadership. And I am ready to fight any person that comes with such a mindset. Because when we were campaigning for President Buhari, the presentation and the belief at that point in time is that we are electing a father figure who will carry everyone along. But when he went to America and said that he cannot give the same thing that he's giving to those who gave him 95, to those who gave him 5% and all that, I discovered that that cannot be, a father figure, for Nigeria as a whole. So I am not against people crying against marginalization. I know that there is marginalization against Igbos, and it's there for everyone to see. In terms of infrastructure, the roads are bad. In terms of even fixing this very well line, they are trying to do certain things now to connect certain areas, but East is, excluded. In terms of commerce, which is actually the area of specialization of people, you see some of the economic policies they bring about that works against the interest. Even the young man that's trying to manufacture cars and sell in the country, people have come together in order to, oppress him and do certain things that make you feel that these people don't want it in Nigeria at all and all that. So anytime that I see such cries and I see re-marginalization of a particular tribe, I should be able to speak against it. If it concerns Yoruba people, I should speak against it. If that marginalization is against even the Hausas, I will speak against it. The Hausas are marginalized in terms of education. They are not actually, go to the hinterlands and see how these guys are living in that abject poverty. Despite the fact that the Hausas have been in power, and they are still in power. They don't even bring the economic prosperity to their people. They are living in abject poverty. And that to me is what I should fight for. I should fight for the Hausas, I should fight for the Yorubas, I should fight for the Igbos, I should fight for the minorities, I should fight for a better Nigeria that will be better for everyone. So when my Igbo brothers were crying for marginalization, I identified with them. But when they were trying to now create a state of Biafra without the proper procedure being followed, and they were doing it in such a manner that does not even show intelligence and wisdom, then I spoke against it. And look at what Nnamdi Kanu would have done. Because of the popularity that man had gathered, if Nnamdi had been strategic, what Nnamdi would have done is to this 2019, Nnamdi Kanu will put all the government, make all the governors in the southeast. He will create all the state legislators. He will create all the federal legislators. With such, huge followership, he would have made it possible to have almost all the government offices, both as the legislative arm and the and executive arm, being occupied by his own people. And from there, you now become strategic on how to negotiate about a better country for the Igbos. But he didn't do it. He didn't do it. He followed, his pride, and look at where we are today. That is what I was against. I was not against the cry against marginalization.
I definitely understand you, Barrister, but what I'm saying is that most of those people who thought you were against them will now hear you speak that, oh no, this administration I was initially supporting is not actually doing what I expected according to what we invested in him in 2015. What is their position with you right now? That's what I'm asking.
So, of course, some of them are, most of them are found out that it's not about, identifying with Buhari. It's about, the situation at that time called for it. The man that was in power did not give us any reason not to go against it. He gave us every reason to work against any other government that we better. And there was no other choice that we had other than Buhari. And so when Buhari now came in, and what we had expected him to do is not doing it, I started criticizing him. I started saying that this is not the way we had anticipated this to go. That this is not what we have, voted for. So that shows that it's not about Buhari. It's about Nigeria for me. Actually, it's about Nigeria. And when I said that Nigeria was being raped by the previous government, I had the reason, to say no, we cannot continue with this issue of rape going on. And so when this government also came in and I discovered that they have deviated from what they have promised to Nigerians, I have a right to criticize them, and that is what I'm doing presently about that. So they will understand that it's not about hating any tribe or about loving any person against your own people. No, it's about Nigeria that was uppermost in my mind. And when I discovered that the person that made promises has come in and he's not doing those things that he has promised, I have a right of departure and I have a right to criticize that government. I said, no, this is not what. And to me, that is strength. To me, that is wisdom. To me, that is intelligence. So it's not about any person. It's about the country. To me personally, and I see when that country is not being run the way it's supposed to be run, no matter who is there, I should be very bold enough to say, no, this is not what we want at this point.
Okay, Barrister, thank you. Let me now begin to read comments from the live chats. Rennie Eben is asking, Barrister, what do you think is the best way to wrestle power from these cabals?
Yeah, the best way to actually get these cabals of the system is for Nigerians to come together and do not in any way be divided by tribe and by those religious biases and sentiments, that these politicians have used over time to divide us. Look at what is going on in all these developed nations. They come together and say, look, we want this change. Americans did it even with Trump, because they have tested all these politicians and said, we are tired of this politician. Let's go for a businessman. And they have brought in a business person that is actually, running America. Whether he's running it well or not, but the Americans have made their choice. So what I'm saying is that if Nigerians determine today that they have also a power to change the man that is there who is not fulfilling their promise, they can do that. But then we need to see those who are now presenting themselves for that. We can now zero in and say, this is the person that we want to actually go there. And so until we get it right, we have not gotten it right with leadership, and that is the truth. So we must keep on, changing using our PVC and our mandate to actually get the right set of people that will run Nigeria. Presently, we have not gotten it right, even with what we did in 2015. That is actually the truth.
Okay, thank you, Barrister. The next question I want to read is that of Mr. Femi Mario. Femi Mario he says, Segun, please ask Barrister. Maybe he believes in the youth aspiration to become president of Nigeria.
Yes, I have this belief, but I am not totally saying that, look, because somebody is young, when he comes in, he will solve all the problems. Because we have had youth people, young people too, who have become governors, who have become state legislators, and they're even worse than the elderly ones. But to me, the young ones should be the ones should aspire. But we are not going to hand over power to a young one because he's young. We will hand over power to a young one because the man has idea of what governance is all about. We will hand power over to a young one who is patriotic enough to change the narrative, to change Nigeria for better, who have seen what other young ones are doing in other nations and see that patriotism is key. And it's not about self, it's not about what will come to gain, it's not about what will come to steal. If we have such young ones that are zealous for and love this country, then we should look towards that direction. I'm not going to advocate for just giving power to a young one just because someone is young, because we have seen what young ones also have done, in Nigeria, even after being given power. So let us get it right, that it's not necessarily because somebody is young, but it's necessarily because somebody, even though young, has an idea of what governance and how to run this country and make Nigeria an Eldorado. If I have power, I will take all Nigerians abroad and let them see what other nations have done for themselves in leadership, and then bring them back, and then now begin to have a correct idea of what leadership should to do. without having problem. Right from here to north, without just one road. I just want one road. You can say I can drive from here to north without having an issue. From Lagos to north without having an issue. There is no single road today. 3 years in governance. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about, gentlemen?
Okay, Barrister, are you simply disproving claims by Mr. Joe Ibokwe?
I think it's iMark and not earmark. I think we need to see them. Let's use our eyes and see those things that they are saying that they have done. If I see anything that the government, I would be very stupid not to. To deny any good thing that the government. I've mentioned rice. At least now we can. I don't eat any other rice other than local rice. From Abakaliki. That is one good thing the government has done. And I think that the government also should. I actually encourage Nigerians to delve into other areas where we're importing, so many things, so that we begin to probably manufacture them locally. Even drinks. A lot of, Nigerian buy imported drinks. Can we, the way we did with rice, ask people now to begin to go into, manufacturing drinks and all that, so that we can begin to buy those drinks instead of going abroad? Can we encourage Nigerians to begin to manufacture cars? Especially the young man that is manufacturing cars here. Can we encourage him by local let's patronize him. Let all the state government patronize him. Let the federal government patronize him. So that others now can begin to assemble and begin to manufacture cars. That is where to go. We are still buying cars that are imported, which this government should have been different from. We are still going abroad for hospital treatment. Our own president goes abroad for hospital treatment. Different from what these guys were preaching to us when they were coming in. I had expected that right now, the president of Nigeria, President Buhari, would have erected one of the best hospitals in the world. Within 3 years, he could have done that to prove the point that we can get things done. But my presidency goes abroad for hospital treatment. The president has not sold those aeroplanes that are in the fleet in the presidency, which he promised when he was coming. So what is going on? So I would have, when I'm criticizing this government, I'm not on apartheid ways. I'm saying that there are things that I expected this government to do that is different. I would have loved a situation where the president said, no, I'm not going to abroad for any treatment. I'm going to take all my treatment here. Wherever the doctors are in the world, I can bring them here. I have a hospital where all those equipments are there. Up to now, we don't have. Even the one in Abuja that they said they're budgeting several billions of naira for. We have not seen the hospital having all those equipment. Not even drugs. And the wife had to speak. The doctor had to speak out concerning that. So what has changed? What has changed? That is my reason. I keep on asking this question. What has changed? So why would I now blindly be applauding the same government that has not done those things and expected them to do?
Barrister, thank you so much. Rennie Aben is asking, Barrister, do you think Buhari can win some states in the south and middle belt in the face of these killings? If yes, which ones you think it might be easy or difficult, and why?
It may be difficult for him to win Benue. That one I know. It may be difficult for him to win Benue. That I know. But he still has loyalists in Plateau. The governor is still with him. He goes everywhere he goes with the governor. He may still win Kogi, of course, because the governor is one of his greatest supporters, and they will use all state machinery. They will use all apparatus, both security agencies, to ensure that he wins in Kogi and probably in Plateau. And then in Niger also. So there are places he may likely win if Nigerians do not make up their mind, actually to get him out of power. So there are areas, and then the normal northern states, that usually, gather large votes. There's probably large followership. The people are not yet, do not yet understand what is going on. There are those who just love him for the sake of, religious, bias. There are those who still believe that he's a man of integrity, he does not steal and all that. That is the story that I've been told, and they believe it because they don't have information. But the point is this, then in the south, you may have some issues in some of the southern states and all that. But be careful because they will use the security apparatus to actually, do certain things and all that. So, and then even the INEC itself, So we are not God. But what I'm saying is that February is still a bit far. Between now and December, we will know how Nigerians, will begin to think towards either re-electing President Buhari or getting somebody that actually will replace President Buhari in Asoro. So for now, it will be pure speculation for me to make a conclusive statement. It's only God that has the final knowledge of what February, if at all the election will take place, will present.
Barrister, somebody is asking quickly, Gerard Odeaba, say it's simple. And I want to ask, because I'll read what the person says and I want to rephrase the question. They say it's simple. The Southeast Nigerians should confirm if any work is ongoing on Second Niger Bridge, Enugu Onitsha Expressway, and Port Harcourt Enugu Expressway. I don't know whether at the time you travel to the east, sir, whether you pass through the Second Niger Bridge, I mean the sites that is purported.
What we need to do actually is that some of us, there's a radio station where I usually make a contribution, and we have resolved that what we need to do is to do IMAC. We need to go to that Second Niger Bridge site to know the level of work that is done there, so that it's not what we read now we should be relying upon. I think we should also do what we call investigative journalism to know whether there is any support to those evidences they have produced in the social media of the percentage of work that has actually been done on the Second Niger Bridge. So I will not stay here now to give a very conclusive answer as to the state of the percentage of work done and other routes you have mentioned. But the one I know is that I drove from Enugu to Maya, and I've been told earlier before that time that road is now an express that is so beautifully done by this government. But what I saw when I drove to that road was something that nothing to write home about.
Okay, Barrister, somebody is asking a question again here. But before I ask his direct question, I want to first of all ask something that will usher into his own question, which is, do you believe that if Nigerians should not support President Muhammadu Buhari because he's not delivering on his promises in 2000 as he gave in 2015, do you believe in any of these young or new generation presidential aspirants coming in? Do you believe that one of them can do it? Then I will now ask the question, then I'll follow it with the question of Maxwell Stone. You say, who do you think can rule better among these ones who came for president? These new ones who are coming for presidency.
Chief, we have to be objective, and I have to be honest with you. I've listened to almost all of them. I followed them up. The person that really impressed me so much is one Muhalu. He was a former deputy governor of Central Bank. He speaks well. He has so much ideas. Sowore also has spoken well. I have listened to him on all the town hall meetings, both abroad and in Nigeria. And he has said certain things also that resonate with me of what he will do when it comes in. I also have listened to Fela. I mean, this guy, that is also asking for presidency. I've also listened to him. These are, the three contenders. Then this man from Rivers, that is, Cross River, that is the former governor, Donadu. Donadu also resonates with me. There are certain things they have said that I feel that if given power, he can, do certain things, in order to change this country. But the man that actually I will put number one in all the list of these young ones that are actually going for presidency is Muhalu, the former deputy central bank governor. He seems to have a clearer idea of what governance and what he can do with Nigeria if he comes in.
Okay, thank you, Barrister. As a follow-up to that one, I want to ask you, did you follow what happened at the pact? What does that tell you about, would you also join those that are calling Professor Muhalu naive after falling at that pact arrangement?
Yeah, I was wondering why they entered into pact when they have not become, even the candidates of their political parties. Are you following me? It's after they have emerged from their political parties, they would have actually come apart. But they entered into pact when they have actually not been chosen by their political party as the candidates of the political party. So, to me, that was clearly in bad taste. And then having agreed to abide by the outcome of that pact, so going against it to me again, is not the right thing to do. But I wasn't there when they agreed on the pact. I didn't know the content of their pact and all that. To me, I didn't find it very funny. We going into pact at that time when they have not actually emerged as the candidates of their various political parties. So
Barrister, did that particular incident alone make you re-estimate Professor Muhalu's naivety or preparedness for politics?
Yeah, well, exactly. All of them are new. All of them are new. Also, makes me to know that these guys are...
Yeah, but as of the time, most of them were pulling out. To say what you just said now, the concern you just raised, that most of the people in the pacts have not even, secured their party platform already.
That's right.
Yes, most people already pulled out to say, no, this is not representative enough. But Professor Moghalu stayed put. What does that tell? I mean, what impression did you draw from that about Professor Moghalu? In spite of the respect you already had from him before that pact incident.
The naivety is obvious. The naivety is very obvious. The naivety is also very obvious. And then, if at all he agreed that he is going to abide by the outcome of that pact, for him now to unilaterally, breach it, to me also, it speaks about integrity and probably lack of it. So that is the much I can say concerning that.
But a lot of people are now saying that it goes to show that Professor Moghalu, if he is unable to honor simple agreement among less than 20 people, how will he honor his promise to almost 200 million Nigerians? What do you say to that?
I have not heard from him. He has not given reason why he pulled out of the pact, but according to some information I gathered, he saw the pact has been that it was manipulated. I don't know. I have heard things concerning that pact and all that, so but I cannot speak for him. But I have just told you my opinion concerning that particular pulling out. It shows one that is very naive. It also shows that, look, if you have agreed that you will abide by that pact, then you should have actually abide by it. I mean, it would have given a room for you to escape if you have made that express before the pact. For having succumbed to the pact, then it will be wrong for you now to back out after there has been a conclusion. Because maybe he thought that the conclusion would have favored him. So since the conclusion did not favor you, you now pulled out. So that, again, doesn't speak well about him. That's all I want to say. Shebu, don't push me further.
Barrister, okay. Away from Moghalu now, somebody else is asking about Donald Duke, what you think. Peter Jones said, Barrister, please speak like a wise man, because Donald Duke is not the answer to Nigeria problem. And I think this person is also trying to ask what your impression is about Donald Duke.
Okay, the impression I have about him is that, well, he did one or two things in Cross River, but there are some gigantic projects they engage on that has no economic value in Cross River. I mean, those two things he did, they are nowhere, and I don't think they were well thought out. They are not well thought out. He spent so much money in those projects that today has no economic value to the state. So I don't know whether if he runs Nigeria, he will run Nigeria in such a manner. So we need to be careful. We need to manage our resources well and manage it in such a manner that it will affect majority positively and not affecting only the few elites. He ran an elitist government. He did few things that one can pinpoint, but most of them are very elitist. So that's why I put him. I didn't put him on top. I rather put Moghalu, which I told before, because of things he says. Apart from this issue of reaching the party and all that, but I think he's the one that actually said a lot of things about how he's going to manage. Because it's about management of the economy. Actually, the economic situation affects everything. If you get it right, economically, you find that it strengthens even your politics, it strengthens your social life, it strengthens every aspect of national life. So the economic management of the country is look at what Trump is doing. The level of employment in America has actually increased. The stock market is doing so well. The level of employment has so many things that the man has actually done to bring the positive indices to America's economic situation. And the Americans are happy, except from the fact that the man does not. He speaks carelessly. He talks carelessly. There are things he do and he lies a lot as a president. But when it comes into the issue of managing the economic situation of America, I think he's one of the best so far. Having a background of private sector, he's really managing America, and he's not any salary. Mind you, he's taking only $1. The rest he gives to charity. That again speaks volume about. So he's not there to steal any money. He's not there to take any money. You can't trace any money to him and all that. So the only thing you can actually accuse him of is that he talks too much. There are things he shouldn't be doing with his Twitter. There are certain things he shouldn't be saying, especially with journalists and all that, trying to approach people's rights. But when it comes to economic management of America, you cannot in any way take it away from him. So we want somebody who has a sound knowledge of economic management. In order to manage our economy, we have one manner of resources in this country, but we are not maximizing them. because of inept leadership. We have not gotten the leadership that actually tap all the resources, both human and natural, and make this country to be a place everyone who wants to take a visa to come to. That has all the resources to become the best country in the world, but we have not had good leaders that can tap all the resources and manage our economy very well.
Thank you so much, Barrister. And at this time, I will I'll leave you to go so that I can. Thank you so much for honoring this call.
One of the questions from my friends, have they exhausted their questions?
Most of the questions are asking about specific aspirants. Because most of the guests, most of the viewers or audience I have here, you know, they are, let me call them abroadians. They are not people based in this country.
They are for my brother. Shore is having crowd. Shore is pulling crowd. I must tell you, among the young ones, you know, as I said earlier, he has succeeded with our reporters. We have succeeded in getting all Nigerians in that particular district, wherever you come from. Shore doesn't care. So far, he sees in you, you know, evidence that you are intelligent. He sees in you evidence that you are bold. You know, he doesn't discriminate. So such a person has friends all over. He has so many both friends, he has so many outside friends and all that. So he's also, you know, somebody that is highly intelligent. And I see him as one, you know, but he's also a very stubborn man. And when he believes in a cause, he does damn the consequence. No matter the advice you give to him, he will damn the consequence and go for it and all that. That may be a minus on his own part. He's not diplomatic. He says it the way it is. You know, if you want to run politics, you must be a bit more diplomatic and all that, and then learn all the facts. It's not everything you say, and so he still has some things to learn. But he's a good guy. He's a good guy with so much energy, with so much boldness, which actually resonates with me, and I love him because he doesn't care where you come from, you know. So he's a true Nigerian. He's a non-tribalist person, and somebody that can actually run this country too. He's given that opportunity.
Thank you so much, Barrister. Most of them are, like I said earlier, there are people watching from all over the world, and the questions and the interest they have is in new person in presidency. And I read the specific.
I agree with you, but Segun, we need to rally around our youth to actually begin to think about that. I tell you that if we come together, if the youth of this nation come together to decide to change the narrative, it is possible, because they constitute over 70%, almost 60% of the population, the voting age, you know, that can change things in this country. So if we can rally them down with serious advocacy, with serious enlightenment, for them to come together and change the narrative, it is something that is possible. And I think that the revolution is catching fire, and it can happen. And so we still have 3 months in order to rally around Nigerian youth, in order to change the narrative and make this country a country all of us shall be very proud of.
All right, let me read some comments that are, most of them are now praising you. Ojeoga say, Ojeoga Steven say from Poland. Desmond say that is true. Olawoye Caroline say you talk well, Barrister. A lot of them are praising you. They are saying that you are a straight man. You are straightforward to, and then you don't know how to mix words. You go straight to the point. Most of them are actually appreciating you. Barrister, please. Okay, so all of them are praising. Most people are now. Okay, Abraka Victor say Barrister is now you are talking. I don't know what he said that made the person. I don't know what you said that made the person say is now you are talking. Desmond said love Barrister, you're correct. Bolanle Ogunfuyi say Barrister is on point. He says fact and get along. And he's now saying get along, we should already take it back. I don't know.
we must take it back, my brother.
All right, Amodu M say God bless the Barrister from offshore. All right, so Barrister, I need to let you go now so that I don't hold you for too long here. Okay, somebody said, excuse me, Barrister, 1 minute. Somebody said, Arinze Ilechukwu said, but Segun, I asked a question and you ignored it. Arinze, please ask your question again before Barrister leaves, please. While we are waiting for Arinze, Onyeka says, Barrister, thanks for your comments about Showore. Fesokan said, did Barrister see the rest of the youth aspiring? Did Barrister see the rest of the youth aspirants coming to join Showore? I'm not also aware of what this person is saying, actually. I'm not aware yet of many people coming to join Showore. I'm only aware of the last thing about Pact. Okay, yes. Desmond said, Barrister, you must take it back with us.
We must take Nigeria back, actually. That is the slogan.
Chris Peter say we must take it back 2019. Rennie say, Barrister, how can we get parents to join the youths?
Yeah, we must engage, get them in serious advocacy, and that is what we're doing. We must use all the social media, we must use all the mainstream media in order to get the old ones to understand that this country can only move forward if we get the right kind of leadership that can move the country forward. Because we have all the resources. So we can't, where we are today, we're not supposed to be there. That's why people who have traveled abroad, when they see what other nations are doing and they come back here, at the airport they start crying. We should start with it and start, with that mindset to change the entire, scenario and narrative in this nation. We can change this country for the better because we have all the resources, which other nations do not have. And go to Dubai, they don't have anything. Look at what Dubai has gone into. So why can't we, get the kind of right of leadership that can change this country for better? We can do it. So let's get our elders by serious advocacy, using mainstream media, using social media, in the churches, in the mosque, in the marketplace. Let's now begin to preach this message that we can get this country, we can take this country back. We can take this country back.
Okay, Barrister Ojiaga Steven say, Barrister, we need you in our party, AAC. Femi Mario say, Barrister, join AAC, our party, take it back with us. Amodu M say, that Barrister is true Nigeria. God bless him. He must work with Showore AAC Party President 2019. Desmond said, Barrister, what's your Twitter account?
Okay, Onyeka Ubani.
At Onyeka Ubani, okay.
At Onyeka Ubani, yeah, at Onyeka Ubani.
Okay. Arinze Ilechu came back and said, let me scroll back. So many comments are coming in now and say, I said, don't we have the Nigerians to know the nature of sickness of a man we voted? Sorry, I don't think this is a question. Bolanle Ogufu say, let's join hands to take it back, okay? I don't think this is also a question. Most of them are now praising. Chris Peter say, Barrister, that is true. Okay, ask Barrister. Okay, ID Kabasa say, ask Barrister, will he be willing to join AAC?
I am ready to join any political party that will move this country forward. I'm ready to join any leader that I see in him the potential to change the narrative. And we must get, not only in Lagos, we must get all other youths all over, both in the northern states, in the eastern states, and in the western states to join this mass movement. It's a mass movement that will change this country. It is possible. It is something that is possible, but we must all join hands. Those who are abroad must begin to call their parents and say that is a mass movement for us to change the narrative of this nation. All right.
Bolanle Ogufu, you say, Showore need to pay a visit to Barrister. I don't know if Showore is watching right now. Showore, if you're watching, Mr. Showore, if you're watching, one of your fans, Mr. Bolanle Ogufu, is making a request that you visit Barrister Ubani. Akere Christian say, Barrister, who are you supporting?
For now, as I said earlier, the Eagles are gathering. At the fullness of time, we make a pronouncement on who. But we need to make sure that whoever we are supporting has all the potential in terms of structure. Because we cannot win election only in Lagos. We must win election in the eastern region. We must win election in the northern region. We must get the candidate that will appeal to all the regions in order to ensure that he comes in. Because the constitution has a requirement for you to emerge as the president. You must win at least 2/3 of the entire state of the federation. So it is important that whoever we support must have the capacity and capability of meeting all that legal requirement to emerge as our president.
Rennie Abanse, Barrister, what is the best strategy to win Lagos with its basket of votes?
Well, yes, the point is that for you, it's going to be a massive mobilization. For now, the man that is there is doing his best. That is Ambode. For now, whoever will take Ambode out of that government house must be somebody that is extraordinary for now.
Chris Peter said, Barrister, how can we vote online in 2019 because we want to come back? Most of us, I think most of them may not be able to come back to Nigeria.
We need to change our electoral law. So we have to think out with the electoral law and take care of those who are abroad. Our brothers and sisters in diaspora must be taken into account. That has to be by way of legislation. There must be an enactment that will actually reflect the fact that our brothers abroad can vote abroad, and it will reflect here. So we need to actually think out with the Electoral Act and our Constitution.
Okay, Prof said, Barrister, what are the structure in place in the East so that Buhari does not win any state in the East?
Yes, for now, Buhari Buhari is not too popular within the Eastern region because of, the known facts, that most of his appointments, the Igbos were actually marginalized and nothing is being done to address those issues. Even the so-called structure that they are saying that, infrastructure they are putting in place, people are not seeing it, So, I mean, if people see that this man loves the Eastern region, they will vote for him. But if they don't see anything between now and February, I can assure you that it will be difficult for the Igbos to actually cast their votes for President Buhari. He's not promising of handing over in 2019 when they cannot see some of the promises you have made to them being fulfilled now. We're talking about 2019, so I mean 2023. If they see that those promises you made to the Igbos are being fulfilled, the infrastructures have been taken care of, the second Niger bridge is actually nearing completion and all that, then I think they can cast their vote for President. But in the absence of that, promising them 2023 is something like a mirage, and they may not even believe because it may not actually be a reality. There is even a plan now to hand over another region by this government. So the issues they are very complex. So if they don't fulfill those promises, I can assure you that in 2019, the president again will score 5% that he knows he scored according to him in 2015.
Arinze Ilechuku say, Barrister, how can we assure that there will be free and fair election come 2019 without rigging?
Nigerians must rise up. Nigerians must rise. We must defend our votes. Because what they do, they use the security agencies. They use INEC officials, those in collection centers and those, those other people in booths. They use them, to rig elections. So we must be alert. Nigerians must be alert because we have to defend our vote. It has become critical for Nigerians now to not only vote, but must take care to see that those votes are counted and physically recorded before they leave. And they will use social media to spread the result before even they want to manipulate the entire thing. So Nigerians must defend. It's about us. We have the mandate. We have the population. We can determine what we want. It's all about us. And the destiny of this country lies in our hands. So if you don't want the election to be rigged, we can all come together and say, that cannot be rigged. We are ready. They can't shoot all of us. They cannot kill all of us at the PC. We did it in 2015. Even in my own area, I stayed behind to ensure that all the votes that were cast were counted at my booth. And I ensured that the correct result was declared. So we can also do that anywhere we find ourselves, irrespective, of tribe or religion.
Thank you so much, Barrister. If I continue to read comments, you will not leave here. So I think I want to let it go so that next time I'm sure that if I call you, you are going to answer my call on this show.
Be rest assured that anytime you call on me, you know me, I will always be there for you.
Definitely. I know.
One fantastic Nigerian I have come to admire. Despite, your age, you have so much wisdom. You have so much knowledge and you have done so much for this nation too. So anytime you call upon me, I know you are zeal for this country. I will always be there for you, my brother.
Thank you so much, Barrister, and I want to wish you a very splendid night rest.
Thank you.
You and your family. All right, sir.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
All right, everybody, let us. I have Barrister has attended to us. He has said his own, and let me quickly make a recap of who Barrister is. Barrister Monday Ubani is a legal and constitutional rights lawyer, human rights and constitutional rights lawyer. And Barrister Ubani was the chairman of Nigerian Bar Association Ikeja. Barrister Monday Ubani is also vice president too of the National NBA, that's Nigerian Bar Association. Barrister Monday Ubani was one of the ardent supporters of President Muhammadu Buhari in 2015 elections. But Barrister Monday Ubani, while others were saying the presidency had disappointed them, continued to support the presidency until it turned out that Barrister himself had to come out and say, no, I think I'm also done. This administration is not delivering on electoral promises. So I brought Barrister Monday Ubani on tonight to discuss what he feels, whether he's still considering his stance with presidency, or whether he has also totally said, at this point, I'm no longer with the presidency. You need to go your way and I go my way. All right. So you've heard it from Barrister. We have asked the questions we needed to ask. And let me quickly give you updates. I tried to, based on our agreement last night, I made calls to all the people we decided or we agreed to bring on the show. Joe Igbokwe is currently, when I called him earlier today, he told me that he's still in his village. He went to do something in the village and that he might not be able to have enough network to come on the show for a live show tonight. But he promised that either if he returns tomorrow to Lagos, we'll be able to bring him live on the show. If not tomorrow, if he returns very late tomorrow, then we'll have him Monday night on the show. So that is the update as far as Mr. Joe Igbokwe is concerned. And then, so Barrister Monday Ubani was ever ready, and he said, just call me anytime you want me to come on the show, I'll talk to you. So we had Barrister Monday Ubani tonight. I also reached out to Professor Moralu, and then I was able to reach his media person, who told me that he was going to Abuja to meet Professor Moralu. And then he sent me some information that Barrister Moralu is back with full activities. And then he said that he will let me know if Professor Moralu will be able to come on the show tonight. So Professor Moralu is unable to come tonight because I called afterwards and I saw a live show where they tagged me in it, that it was busy at a live show. So I understand that is why he might not be able to come on the show with us tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, if we do not have Professor Moralu tomorrow and we do not have Joe Igbokwe, we should have one of them tomorrow. We should be able to have the other person on Monday night. All right. I want to go again to do something in Ogun State tomorrow, and I hope that I come early tomorrow to be able to have this show. I know that if traffic were still to be crazy tomorrow, I might not return early enough, and if I return late, I might be too tired to have this show. But I will still want to try to do something all the same, all right? But tomorrow, if you don't see me by 10 p.m., it means the show is probably not happening, okay? But if it will work, I will let you definitely come online, and then you get notification. If you have hit the bell button, that is a notification button, you get notification once we come live on the show. All right? So let us now come back to ourselves and talk. All right? And let's talk about so many things. And let me also appreciate, I don't know if Blessing Ogbe is online tonight. Yeah, all of you that are asking me for my account number. Only one person has been faithful so far, and it was Blessing Ogbe. Guess what? I'm 2,000 naira richer, courtesy of Blessing Ogbe. Blessing Ogbe was the first person to send me money in my account last night. She sent me 2,000 naira, and I appreciate it a lot because it's not easy. Blessing Ogbe was not even among those that were asking for their account number at first, but she was the only person who just said, I want to try it, I just want to do something. And she sent 2,000 naira. So I'm 2,000 naira richer as I speak with you right now. Today, even though I was not supposed to come online because I had no money in my account apart from that 2,000 naira. So I had to go and look for money to buy, subscription all over, because I already exhausted my subscription. That's one of the reasons why I want to keep this live program short. I want to keep it short because it burns my data a lot. And I have to be recharging. I don't know why it is now almost every 5 days or so that I have to be recharging 20,000 naira. I don't know. But so she sent me, Blessing Ogbe sent me 2,000 naira. And I want to appreciate you, Blessing Ogbe. Your 2,000 naira worked wonders today, because after buying subscription of 19,800 naira, I was able to use part of your 2,000 naira to buy Duracell battery to be able to use my wireless microphone, my microphone tonight. I mean my lapel. It consumes 4 batteries at a time. 2 in the audio receiver, 2 in the lapel transmitter. All right. So I want to appreciate all of you, and those of you that are promising. Thank you so much. Even though you did not send what you promised, but it's fine. Any wonder, says Segun, send me your account number. Well, the account number is in the video description. It's in the video, but I can type it again for those of you that are willing. But let me make this caveat. It's very important. There's a caveat I must say. If the donation you want to send to me is because you want to tie it to the condition that I support a particular candidate, it will be a wrong donation. Because what if it turns out that at the end of the day, that candidate is no longer running or something happens? What do you think will happen? You now say, oh, we sent you money to support a candidate. No, I'm not receiving donation to support any candidate. All right? I'm only receiving donation to support the work we are doing here at our own level. All right? Meaning that part of the projects we have just initiated that we want to pursue, including going to the grassroots to interview people at the creeks in the interlands, to know if they're already hearing about new people that are coming out to contest. And number 2, to go to the cities, to go to the towns, to hear people, to get feedback from them. And we are also going to be uploading them. We will interview people to get their feedback. Are you hearing about new people coming out to change this country? If yes, mention their names. If they mention their names, who among them has touched you, or as his words touched you, or as his message inspired you that you want to vote for that person? And we will also upload. We are going to go to so many places. Don't forget that Nigeria has 774 local governments. Number 3 is that we want to also start shooting skits. Because most of the people that vote in this country are not on this live show. Not because they are not aware, but because they do not have the data to watch a show that is as long as this. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, if you're supporting this show, you're supporting a whole lot of things, and we need a whole lot of funds to do it. But the caveat again is, if your intention is to send money to support a particular candidate, please find the account number of that particular aspirant or candidate and send your money to their account. I'm aware that most of them are doing crowdfunding or raising money to support the aspiration. So if the money is meant to support the candidate, send the money to that candidate. I am not running, but I am also running, however, because I'm running to make sure that we get this message of new people all together getting to the creeks. By the time we then narrow to a particular person, we will now know I'm taking the message of a particular person to the grassroots. But for now, if you're sending donation, your donation is only valid to me if you're supporting this platform, this program, and you're supporting the programs, other projects that I have highlighted, including shooting skits for people in the rurals. We want to also, if you have a projector you no longer put to regular use, please, can you let us have it? I want to be going to rural areas with my crew. I want to set up a separate team that will go to rurals, with a generating set, speaker, something like the DJ that we put in the trunk whenever I want to go on a rally, and then a projector and screen. I have a screen, but we need a projector that we can take to these areas and be playing these videos of, for instance, those of you that support Showore. I have videos of Showore that the kind of videos that convinced you to be supporting him. We will download them and play it to them. Those of you that are supporting Mogalu, we have videos of town halls of Mogalu, short ones even, that will, and including profile interviews of Mogalu that will play to people. We'll also have that of Doto, and then we'll be asking people questions and bringing the feedbacks also, whether live, depending on the network situation of those places we go, or recorded. We'll play them on show here and give you feedback as to how the messages are reaching the various interlands. So if you want to support, your donation is only valid if you're supporting this show. But if you think you want to donate to a particular aspirant, look for their account number and support them. Your donation to my platform or to this project is not to any particular aspirant. That is the caveat, and I most importantly state it. Thank you so much. All right, so let's interact now. Let's interact. Somebody says we need Atiku. Yes, I'll find Atiku. I'll bring him on this show. I'll find Atiku. and Saraki for dinner. Dinner. Dinner, or you mean Dino? Dinner. You want to eat Saraki for dinner? Oh, God, you're Leo. Segun, I'm proposing for you to put Q or question if you want us to ask question to make it easy for you to go through. Okay, yes. You're correct. Thank you so much for that note. Rani Haben, yes. Put Q if it is a question so that I'll know how to identify. Yes. And we'll start applying that from tomorrow when we have either Joey Bokwe or Professor Mogalu on the show. Thank you so much for that contribution, Rani Haben. You're wonderful. Yeah, thank you so much. I saw it. Don't worry. Good is coming, I promise. Ojiaga Stephen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Stephen. You're wonderful. Segun, send me your account details. Okay, let me type it again. Mayor, you say try to work with us. Who are the hosts? Prof. Hi Segun, does Smile Network not do unlimited broadband for a month? And that is, I explained it again. I explained it yesterday. I will explain it again now. I use Smile actually, and I subscribe to their network. I do the unlimited bundle. You know, I think as of 3 or 4 months ago, unlimited was actually unlimited until, I don't know, recent months. I just noticed that internet stopped at some point and no longer works. I was wondering what was happening. I put a call through. I say full signal, I say full bar, showing that the network strength is full. And then I call them, what is happening? They will then say, it's because, what's your account? I'll tell them. They will then say, oh, sorry, it's because you have exhausted your data. How can my data be exhausted? Is it not a month? It's barely 2 weeks, and my data you say is exhausted. They say, they are sorry, they call it unlimited bundle plan, but it's actually 70 or 80 gig, something less than 100 gig. So by the time I do a live show like this, and I've used maybe say 20 gig per night, within 4 days, I've exhausted. That's what they are simply trying to let me understand, that I've exhausted 19,800 or 20,000 naira approximately. So that's what they are trying to let me understand. So at the end of the day, I begin to exhaust I recharge about 3 or 4 times a month sometimes, depending on the volume of data I use to do works, whether live show and other things. And I'm wondering, why should this be? Because I have to also watch a live video of other people so that I can decide what I'm bringing on the show, what I'm copying, what I'm downloading to replay back on the show and then to discuss. So I watch so many live videos also. And between a week and 2 weeks, I would have exhausted supposedly unlimited bundle. And it's crazy. So Segun, play that song Shore we know, Shore we Is that why we are here? Shegs, we need Donald Duke and Olashubomi or Keo on this show. I'll work on them. Whatever happens, Nigeria must not miss Buhari come 2019. That's Obina. Alfred Ojon say Nigeria wake up from your deepest sleep. 2019 election is very crucial. Osaro Asia say good evening. You just they come. Alright, so to that person asking for account number that wants to support the show, don't forget that very soon we want to start shooting skits. I want to start assembling young people, and I've already identified them. I already have them. It's resources actually that is delaying us. We want to start work. GTBank, let me send, I beg your pardon. All right, let's go on. The account is GTBank 0036199767. The name is Olawoye Oluwasegun. For those of you who are trying to support, but for those of you who also can recharge Smile from your data, from your mobile app, please, you can also do. You don't necessarily have to send money. You can just do the recharge, straight. Okay. those of you who already have my phone number, you can just recharge using my phone number. I think it's possible to recharge from my phone number. You just recharge the smile number on the phone number, you know, for me. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm going to see you tomorrow, and I'm going to work on Arinze. You even get my account number off it. Oh, girl. Segun, that's why you need to support Showre. Internet data will be a thing of the past. But before then, 2019 is a long time now. You know how much I would have born before then. Okay, now. So thank you, everybody, for coming online tonight. I'm going to see you tomorrow, hopefully, and God is going to... Do not forget that the topic we discussed tonight is Buhari 2019, and what are the Igbos going to be doing? Who are they going to be supporting? And then we had Barrister Monday Ubani on. So thank you so much, everybody. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Peace out. Sleep tight. Your family, everybody. Good night to you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.